Que sera, sera. Whatever you'll be, you'll be. The future is yours, you see. Que sera, sera. And Lucy, one more time. Que sera, sera. Whatever you'll be, you'll be. The future is yours, you see. Que sera, sera.
Nine on Your Side's Maggie Vespa shows us why one local group says Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy is still a work in progress.
Half a century after their struggles, their screams, and their strides were seared into America's memory.
Do you want it now? Oh, yes.
69-year-old Ted Warmbrand still refuses to let those memories and melodies be muted.
No more sorrow in this land, no more sorrow in this land.
The American Civil Rights Movement, if we want to give it a name, is one of the great chapters of the history of this country.
A longtime local civil rights activist, Warmbrand brings dozens together each month for socially minded sing-alongs.
Oh, Wallace, you never can jail us all.
Each year on Martin Luther King Day, his sessions carry a special tune, showcasing songs central to the civil rights struggle.
Songs are opening up between our hearts and our minds, and they connect us with one another, they connect us with history.
Music has always been a way to move people. It moves the chakras, it moves the energy.
People sang before meetings, they sang on line of marches. Singing was very important and still is important.
Still important, says Warmbrand, since that struggle is not finished. Whether it's a nationwide debate over same-sex rights or a localized fight for Mexican-American studies, Warmbrand says these songs serve a purpose.
These songs have a flexibility. I think if we have them and we internalize them, we keep them around, they'll be useful for whatever comes next.
He adds each battle is perhaps best won when we realize there may be an infinite supply of struggles yet to come.
Marcel Marceau, the mime, used to have one great routine where he was in a little box and he's kind of figuring out how to get out of it, and as soon as he gets out of it, he finds he's in another bigger box, and it's never ending. That's life.
Hello. Hi, Bernardo, Jennifer, Alejandra, and all the volunteers who for over all these 41 years have kept El Taller Latino Americano open for business, doing the great work. I'm so honored, more than honored, to be asked to be part of this great celebration of you, and as a reminder of all the great things that are yet to be done. My name is Theodore. I was named for my great-grandfather Tuvia. That's my Jewish name is Tuvia or Tevya. He died in Europe in 1937. The song that I think you're hearing in the background is me trying to sing in the language that I was not supposed to learn. I learned most of it from, well, not most of it, but a lot from Mad Magazine. at the time I was young. My grandfather's sister-in-law, Aunt Bessie, loved this song. The lyrics are one of the oldest Yiddish existing lyrics we know, and the song is a song of displacement. A lover who's been knocking on the door in the middle of the night for his beloved. His beloved tells him, "Go sleep in the field like the animals." I don't. Talk is finished. We have nothing to say. So, what shall I do? How about I go outside onto my porch where my grandson Isaiah Batista is setting up his tablet so I can do some singing. The sun has left us here in the desert to go light up some other part of the world, and it's a little bit cooler. Follow me.
Clip and clap in dein Teer, Schein Mädel effen mehr. Effen in Verliebten nicht und effen erwarten nicht. Wo je soll it's the game, wenn alle Menschen schlufen shame. Geh auf der grüne Gruss, schluf so heiß wie ein junger Huss. Welche weckt mir zu decken, und welche weckt mir aufwecken. Im Blut von wem weckt er zu decken, der Sohn vom Himmel wird er aufwecken.
So here I am, a fellow who is known for his overalls, and I've chosen this one. Whether it's a metaphor or a literal allusion, your choice. Bury me in my overalls, don't use my gabardines. Bury me in my overalls or in my beat-up jeans. Give my suit to Uncle Jake, he can wear it at my wake, and bury me in my overalls. The undertaker gets my dough, the grave gets my bones. What is left will have to go for one of those granite stones. This suit cost me 2 weeks' pay. Let it live another day and bury me in my overalls. The grave, it is a quiet place. There is no labor there. I will rest more easy in the clothes I always wear. That suit was made for warmer climes, holidays and happy times. Bury me in my overalls. Well, I lent a hand to
clear the land and make the cities rise. I helped to bring the harvest in and lay the railroad ties. I boomed around from east to west. Time I had a little rest, so bury me in my overalls. If I get to heaven, where they tally work and sin, they'll open up those pearly gates and holler, come on in. A working stiff like you, we know, has had his share of hell below, so come to glory in your overalls. You get more radiation walking down the street from your solar heat, from the food you eat. You get more radiation from a toilet seat, so why get so excited? Whoa, I'm gonna take that down a little. You know, people say, I don't know what art is, but I know what I like. Well, yeah, you know, I know what songs I like. I call them folk songs. Yeah, there you go. We'll do it. I can call them that. I don't usually call them folk songs, actually. But if you call it a folk song, it's not just a technical term that a scholar would use. It's that folks. It makes you a folk, one of the folk, you know, whatever that means. It brings you down to the level of just plain folks. You get more radiation walking down the street from your solar heat, from the food you eat. You get more radiation from a toilet seat, so why get so excited? You get more radiation from a wristwatch dial, from an old brick pile, from a banker's smile. You get more radiation from a crocodile, so why get so excited? Get more radiation from the road's asphalt, from a chocolate malt, from an Epsom salt. Get more radiation from an earthquake fault, so I get so excited. Get more radiation from a belly dancer, a Bengal lancer, a gay romancer. You get more radiation when they treat your cancer, so I get so excited. There's a kernel of truth in what he said, but it ain't enough for a loaf of bread. If it's all we swallow, we'll soon be dead. That's why I'm so excited. When I was just a little calf, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I have feathers? Will I have fins? She uttered this to me. Moo, 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 moo. It's a sing-along. That's about right. When I was just a little tadpole, I asked my mother before I croak, will I have pincers? Will I have paws? Here's what my mother spoke. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Grab it, 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 grab it. Then I was just a little chicken. I saw my mother, I egged her on. Will I have horns, hair, hooves? Here's how she responds. and I was just a little bundle of trouble. I asked my mother, what lies ahead? Will I be human? Will I have a heart? Here's what my mother said. Que sera, sera. Whatever you'll be, you'll be. The future is yours, you see. Que sera, sera. And listen one more time. Que sera, sera. Whatever you'll be, you'll be. The future is yours, you see. Que sera, sera.
Okay, the program's theme is immigration, migration, emigration, the motion going back and forth. And it speaks to me. I live in the borderlands of the United States. We sing, "This land is your land, this land is my land," and sometimes we're not sure who we're talking about, some of us, and lines are drawn pretty harshly, and we have to learn how to deal with them and in a way that defines us. Maybe you can identify with this next song.
Stretched across my burning throat, there's a necklace makes me choke, made of pride and fear with tight barbed wire. Still I float my humble boat through the hot and sandy moat, filling up with hope and wild desire. Take me to the border, take me to the border, take me to the border, damned and despised. Take me to the border, take me to the border, take me to the border, to be baptized. I always say, like, you know, I'm a Jewish guy. I'm not even sure what being baptized means. I think it means something about getting into hot water. Oh, my daughters, oh, my sons, no, you're not the only ones forced to pay because you crossed the line. I'd say those who had it drawn in the dark before the dawn need your light to see a new design. Take me to the border, take me to the border, take me to the border, damned and despised. Take me to the border, take me to the border, take me to the border, and be baptized. Circling round our silent sand, on the ground with you I'll stand, in the shade of our ancestors' souls. And as we clasp our hands, we claim this sacred sacred land where a stream of peace with justice rolls. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Damn it is fine. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. If you keep singing that, I can sing a verse on top of it, and we'll be in harmony. Imagine. Take me to the border. Oh, yeah. Take me to the border. Our ancestors souls. As we clasp our hands, we claim this sacred land where a stream of peace and justice rolls. My life flows on in endless song. Above earth's lamentation, I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Mid all the tumult and the strife, I hear that music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? When tyrants tremble, sick with fear, and hear their death knell ringing, when friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell or dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing?
Right before we all headed for our homes, not the hills, but the homes, for lockdown, the Jewish History Museum partnered with the neighboring AME church for a gathering in the yard. It was a no hate, no fear theme. The Mexican Consulate Center rep, the Islamic Center rep. There were a lot of people there, and the black choir from came across the parking lot, came into the yard, and I was asked to sing something from my tradition, and I wasn't sure where to go. My Yiddish is not so good, but I knew there was this pretty popular labor song that I did know that talked about everybody being happy to be united, which is it's a little rosy picture there, perhaps, and I figured, why don't I put some English words to it and see what happens. I asked everyone to help me sing it, and you just needed to know one word, oi. Oi, oi, oi. And if you wanted to sing it bilingually, you could sing ay, ay, ay. Now, what does oi mean? Oi is an expression of joy. Even rhymes with it. But it's also an expression of dismay. So let's see Let's see what it sounds like to you.
Wir seien alle Brüder, ei, alle Brüder. Und wir singen freile Lieder, ei. Here's a happy song we're singing, ei, song we're singing. Unity I hope we're bringing, ei. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Ay, 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 oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. It's no secret we're related, I, we're related. That cannot be overstated, I. There are those who try to fool us, I try to fool us, to divide so they can rule us, I. Ay, 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 oi, 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 ay, 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 ay. If we learn to stick together, I stick together, we can brave the worst of weather, I. When we stand up for each other, I, for each other, we are true sister and brother, I. Oi, 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 ay, 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 ay,
Someone wiser than me said, I sing the song you already know.
Just one song, it's a little one, just one song. It's a better one when that song is for everyone on my mind. That's my song. It's a little one, that's my song. It's a better one when that song is for everyone down the line. Just one chance, it's a little one, just one chance. It's a better one when that chance is for everyone on my mind. That's my chance, it's a little one, that's my chance. It's a better one when that chance is for everyone down the line. Just one world, it's a little one, just one world. It's a better one when that world is for everyone on my mind. That's my world, it's a little one, that's my world. It's a better one when that world is for everyone down the line. Just one life, it's a little one, just one life. It's a better one when that life is for everyone on my mind. That's my life, it's a little one, that's my life. It's a better one when that life is for everyone down the line.
So if you stop people from pursuing happiness, what are you left with? It's like cutting off your nose to spite someone else's face. In the wood there was a tree, biggest tree you ever did see. Tree in a hole, hole in the ground. Green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. On that tree, there was a limb, biggest limb you ever did see. Limb on a tree, tree in the hole, hole was in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. On that limb was a man, biggest man you ever did see. Man on the limb, and the limb on the tree, tree in a hole, hole in the ground. Green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Now in his hand there was an axe, biggest axe you ever did see. Axe in the hand, and the hand in the man, man on the limb, limb on the tree, tree in the hole, hole in the ground. And the green grass grew all around, all around. The green grass grew all around. So the world is in constant renewal. Threats come and go. I worked pretty consistently, confusedly, and consciously with a movement that was trying to free the United States of the nuclear power plants. Nuclear power plants. So I, besides organizing, I made songs, collected songs that people were making all over the country to point out that particular danger we were facing. And wouldn't you know that a Japanese delegation came to the United States, traveled around with the same thought in mind about their country, and I got a trip to Japan to share the kind of songs that we were producing here. And let me see, hold on. A musician friend I met there put together a songbook, Love Songs from the Nuclear Archipelago. And if I look in here, I see my name written in Japanese. What an honor. So anyway, I toured the country singing songs in shopping malls and demonstrations and concerts, meeting other musicians. And one particular time I was in Hiroshima, and I got to sing for a room full of children in an apartment complex. My host was a survivor of the Nagasaki bomb. You could see the scars on her arms. She had married a nuclear physicist, and I taught them a bunch of songs. And I learned one. Chat-chat-subo, teapot. I'll show you how it goes. See the teapot? It has a top and a bottom. I'll do it very slowly so you can get it. cha, cha, subo, cha, subo, cha, subo, niwa futaganai, sokoto te futani shio. What did I say? When the teapot gets so hot, flips its lid, and you know what? Then the bottom's up on top.
Chatsubo, chatsubo, chatsubo ni wa futaganai, sokotote futanishio.
Would you like to hear a song I made for my daughter when she was small enough to hold in my arms as I rocked her to sleep? Eyes that shine like a morning sun for all before and after. Eyes that shine like a morning sun filled with tears and laughter. Just a little link on the chain, little link on the chain. One more link on the chain I'm holding today. Two little lips to speak the truth for all before and after. Two little lips to speak the truth, filled with tears and laughter. Just a little link on the chain, little link on the chain. One more link on the chain I'm holding today. Two little hands to share the work for all before and after. Two little hands to share the work filled with tears and laughter. Just a little link on the chain, little link on the chain. One more link on the chain I'm holding today. One little heart to love this world for all before and after. One little heart to love this world filled with tears and laughter. Just a little link on the chain, little link on the chain. One more link on the chain I'm holding today. Just a little link on the chain, little link on the chain. One more link on the chain I'm holding today.
Fingernails can't cut themselves, cut themselves, cut themselves. Fingernails can't cut themselves, that's why we have one answer, only one to each and every question. Is all I knew till I met you with your wonderful suggestion. Babies cannot make themselves, make themselves, make themselves. Babies cannot make themselves, and that's why we have one answer, only one to each and every question. Is all I knew till I met you with your wonderful suggestion. Now peace cannot make itself, make itself, make itself. Peace cannot make itself, and that's why we have one answer, only one to each and every question. Is all I knew till I met you with your wonderful suggestion.
I wish I had a bushel, I wish I had a peck.
I wish I had a rope to tie around old Hitler's neck. Round and round Hitler's grave, round and round we go. We're gonna knock the poor boy down and he won't get up no more. Old Joe Clark, he had a house 16 stories high. Every story in that house was filled with a chicken pie. Round and round, old Joe Clark, and round I say, I'll travel about 10 times.
Well, for this, my apologies, but I'm triple quoting. So, if, how can, what are your plans, Ted? How can we help?
Well, all right. I'm doing this, you know, the project.
Yes.
It's historical. We're interviewing these people who, in the late 50s and early 60s, were part of this folk singing club. And out of this club, 4 people who were teachers refused to sign the loyalty oath. I wanted to do a video because I thought that would speak to young people. I want to bring Clyde and Barbara in front of students to tell a little story and to field questions and to see if we can video that. If there's anything that comes up that's interesting, some interaction. This is really a good project, it is, because people actually stood up for something that was really not healthy for the society, and they gave each other support, and they kept singing together. It'll come to some kind of a head, but I have a feeling that I don't know by the time I'm finished with all the gathering of everything, whatever B-roll I can find, and whatever, all the interviews that I think we've got, I think I'll probably have to find other people, you know, who have the skills to turn this into something, and people who I could work with so that I won't feel you're messing up my story. Well, I want to show that singing together songs is a great thing, and you will be greater for it.
My grandparents came to this country by hook and crook about 100 years ago. They brought their children, my parents, and they settled in New York, where they never left. And I grew up there. I can imagine the hustle. Well, the bustle was there. The hustle was something they had to contend with. And there was a song around that time that they may have encountered. It was called Yes, We Have No Bananas. And it was made up to be sung by a fruit seller in the street, who was learning the hustle of being able to take your money. He never said no, but then he would try to sell you something that you didn't ask for. Sound familiar? Well, in here, I was singing it to someone, and he had this idea for me, which I've been thinking about. Maybe you would appreciate. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. But wait. Yes, we have nopalitos. We have nopalitos today. Now there's Cheetos, Doritos, and 5 kinds of Fritos, burritos, and guacamole. But if you'd indulge in the practice of digesting strips of cooked cactus, yes, we have no bananas. We have no palitos today. We have no palitos today. So there's always risks in taking action, in doing anything. Express your love. You don't know what the response will be. The two young people years ago in Arizona found some migrants in the desert who were needing some medical help. And as they drove them to that help, they were arrested. And I thought about putting a song together. I used Charlie King had a song about a person resisting the Vietnam War draft. And he had the line, "Who's the criminal here?" So I borrowed that. Different tune, though. Tell me who's the criminal here? Tell me who's the criminal here? When you have to leave your land and you meet your match on burning sand, and someone lends a helping hand. Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? That's it. Who's the criminal here? Border man won't let you through. What's a poor man gonna do? Businessman's got work for you. Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? Framing laws and aiming guns keeps you down and on the run. How will you feed your little ones? Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? When your skin is red or brown or black and blue on the white man's ground, and your head is pierced with a thorny crown. Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal? Who? Tell me who? Well, I know how fear can leave you blind to the hopeful heart and the open mind, but to make a crime out of being kind. Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Who's the criminal here? I can shut my eyes and walk away, shut my mouth, nothing to say. Should someone die in my desert today? Who's the criminal here? Tell me who? Dime quién es el criminal. ¿Quién es el criminal?
Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Damned in his spy. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Take me to the border. Be baptized. Circling round our silent sand, on the ground with you I'll stand, in the shade of our ancestors' souls. And as we clasp our hands, we claim this sacred land, where a stream of peace with justice rolls. Take me to the border.